Hello everybody, welcome back for StarCraft 2 action, and the StarCraft 2v2 of course. We have uThermal and Gobo in uThermal Zone 2v2 tournament circuit going up against FIGARO and RiSky as the double Zerg team. This is the first time that we see them play in this 2v2 circuit. They have not joined for the January and February edition, so this is their debut. Let's see what they've got planned. Double Zerg action. FIGARO and RiSky doing different opening builds, but it's still just hatch first type of builds. FIGARO just doing the modern opener. We see uThermal on his Zerg, on his Demon Arc. Oh, Demon Mark. Ah, okay, that's clever. Okay. And Gobo, ooh, actually attempting a low ground wall here on Crimson Research Lab, which is of course shared main, shared natural, pocket third base, and then shared third, fourth bases into the map with a gold base or this low ground base, and then everything just gets really wonky. Not willy wonky, but just very wonky. Goblin going in for a little scout is gonna find lots and lots of creep. Always scary, of course. And uThermal going for a third hatch before pool. Okay. This front wall is starting to make a lot more sense. Against double Zerg. What are they going to do about it, really? I mean, I guess they could try and rush these rocks, but I think like 3 Stalkers, or like a Spine and 2 Queens, will definitely take care of most of Zergling rushes. And then versus roaches, those will be out a little later, and you'll probably be able to have your own roaches, or just have like 5 spines, and your roaches coming in. Those rocks will definitely give you enough time. If there's an Overlord just positioned there, should be good to go. Goblin going for a little bit of a less economic play to cover for his greedy Zerg player. That hasn't even taken a gas, just making those drones. Let's look at the other side of the map. We see RiSky going for speed, whereas FIGARO not getting speed at all. He did get a gas, but he's just not mining from it at all. It's kind of a fake out. Or maybe just a change of plans halfway through. Probably gonna go for the roaches then. Double drone going here. RiSky want to make sure that he gets that base. Maybe put a macro hatch next to it, just to make sure that your opponents understand that it was all planned. Baneling Nest coming in. So RiSky getting a little frisky, getting some more units, getting some Zerglings with the speed and the Baneling Nest, so he's more of the, well, I wouldn't call him the aggressor, but he will be the one making the units early on, maybe to put on some pressure or just be defensive, whereas FIGARO will be able to get more tech going and more drones going. Let's see if that's actually true. Well, RiSky's actually ahead in drones. Surprisingly so. Baneling Nest about to finish. And the Zergs also getting the third bases, but the Demon Arc already has a third base done and mining. RiSky has these links across the map. He's going to scout out those potential extra third bases for his opponents. And an Oracle from Goblin is moving across the map. I'd be surprised if he doesn't go for the Phoenix in versus double Zerg. Sure, they'll be able to do the Corruptor stuff. Ooh, double Queen wards away this Oracle very nicely. No damage at all. But the Phoenix will still be able to get a lot of Overlords on the map before those Corruptors are out. And I feel like that's a lot of value. Goblin does have 1 Phoenix, and I love that. 1 Phoenix is good. This could have also been a Void Ray in my view, because a Void Ray maintains a little bit more value, but I guess the Phoenix finds the Overlords faster. I don't know if it really kills them faster. Should probably have some Protoss insight on that. If anybody knows, leave it in the comments below. If you are a Protoss player and you want to have 1 air unit to clear out Overlords on the map, which one is more efficient? Or is there like well, if you have 2 Overlords on either side of the map, then obviously a Phoenix might be better. But if it's like 4 Overlords spread out across the map, it might just become the Void Ray, because I think it does more damage. Oh my god. The fourth base does not get clicked down by this double Zergling rush. Figaro not getting Zergling speed at all, as you can see. Just committing into the roaches, getting them +1. And has a decent drone count now. Almost 60 drones, and wow. uThermal actually stopping, getting double hatcheries here, double ling upgrades as well. Oh, that's very cute. I would like to see him add a baneling nest just so he can make like 4 banelings if his opponents are also getting a lot of Zergling baneling. Because pure ling into ling bane. I mean, if you've played ZVZ, you know you can do it. But it's just so much easier to have a couple banelings of your own. But maybe the plan is to give all of his gas to Goblin. C'est possible. I think he's literally... Oh, it's only 2 gases, okay. Just enough to get the 2-2 started right after 1-1 finishes. Classic... Yeah, uThermal Zerg build, in my eyes. Nothing else happening. Double queens come off the line, making sure the blockade stays alive. Figaro now getting a 4th base as well. Gets his units tagged, but these oracles, 4 kills in total. Let's see, a couple drones did go down. 16 Zerglings did go down here. Wow. He's just committing for it. He actually opened up this path, and I think that's pretty good for the guy that's going mass Zerglings. Going to add on some spines as well. More drones, pure minerals. Surprised he isn't taking the gold base as well. That's a lot of macro hatches, like, in this pocket area. I'd expect them to be built, like, here. Yeah, like here. Because it's a bit more centralized? I don't know, maybe this leads into the map better once you clear these rocks. But this is a lot of Zerglings. 60 Zerglings and more are coming in. Hive is coming in. 3 Adrenals coming in. Love to see the Ultralisk Den as well, as kind of a follow-up to dealing with these roaches. If the Lings go for the full surround, these roaches do have +1, but they do not have Carapace yet, so they are a little vulnerable to the Zerglings. Zerglings do have +1, so the +1 of the roaches gets cancelled out. So the roaches don't have a huge upper hand against these Lings, but if they, like, kind of mush together as a big roach blob, then I think they're doing fine. Oh, some banelings! Need 2 banelings when the Lings have Carapace, and the Lings now try to get in. But the painful thing is that both of these Zergs are just kind of sitting in their base making units. So the Zergling run-bys aren't going to do much here. But that does give Goblin a lot of time to build up the Armada. He's starting to get Tempest, he's getting Storm, and he's also getting a Mothership. And there it is, the Mothership. The Big Mama. Another hatchery goes down, and yes, now finally the gold is going to go down as well. Dude, uThermal getting all of the bases and just mass Zergling. Ultralisk Den is coming out. Huh? Did he not start 2-2, or did it just now finish? I feel like it should have finished a little earlier. Probably just hallucinating. More Lings going for the run-bys. uThermal's going crazy with these Zerglings just everywhere. Base gets cancelled, Lings in the main, Queens get killed, Hydra's a move command, do not stand a chance. And these Zerglings, dude, they're getting so much value. And in the meanwhile, Goblin just assembling that Golden Armada, his Exodia army should be ready. Whilst Mark, or uThermal is... Dude, you put Mark in your name, it's not my fault. uThermal is just buying so much time, making so much space for his carry, Goblin, to push them over the finish line with a little bit of a Tempest, Storm, and the Mothership, I suppose. A couple of gateway units. Somehow I'd like to see like 8 Archons here. Just take a couple gases on uThermal and give Goblin a bunch of gas. Just get a bunch of Archons. Archons are really good against Zerg, because all of Zerg units are biological. And Archons do bonus damage to biological. Amazing. 1+1. Oh, Lurkers here for Figaro is going to put them down next to the gold base, and that gold base does get denied. Lots of spines going up here. But the Zerglings do not seem to be in position, but the Zerglings are in your main base, killing your dudes, getting into the natural as well. But Figaro doesn't take kindly to that, and waltzes into this third base, finds a lot of extra hatcheries. He's like, oh, what the hell happened here? Look at all of these Zerglings is in the main, killing their dudes, now running into the third base as well, whilst Goblin moves across the map with his mothership. And the Roaches and the Lurkers are trying to defend. We have Ultralisk. These Lings take kind of a shitty angle. We need detection here to deal with these Lurkers as well. Goblin takes care of another base. Some Lings still in the main base. But the big thing is this Lurker push. We have 2 Ultras now. And maybe some Ultralisk get stuck behind this wall as well, but not right now. Lurkers get a bunch of drone kills. Goblin is back, and maybe they can deal with these Lurkers now. Ultras run in. Oh, they tank all of that damage. Maybe we could see a couple Vipers come out as well, but uThermal doesn't have that much gas because he just wanted to have maximum Zergling production. This Ultralisk, it move commands. It was probably move commanded to outside of the base, but it can't get through this wall, so it just move commands into that army. That is rough. But still, this is just a weird game, honestly. They are not pulling punches on either side. And RiSky just running in here, killing Goblin's probes, trying to kill this base now, but the Tempest, they stand tall. They try to stay alive. The Hive is now in peril. And uThermal really plummeting in supply. Figaro maxed out still. He's just making Roaches and Hydras and even adding on Corruptors with RiSky here. And this doesn't look too good for team, well, red-yellow, the not blue team. They are not blue. That's how we identify them. Oh my god, that's a lot of Overlords. This is their last stand. The Hive is dead. uThermal only has his main base and this outer base that is completely hidden. It's kind of a ninja base, is it? It is. They have not seen it. And the GG does come out. G to the G. And that means that Figaro and RiSky, wow, in their debut, they take game number 1 against the seasoned 2v2 veterans of Goblin and uThermal. Honestly, I think their game plan was really cool. But they just kind of died to the Lurker push. So how do you stop that? As the guy that has a bunch of Ling Ultra with a Golden Armada army. I think taking some extra gases at some point to either feed your ally some gas or get Vipers of your own. So when you pull out the Lurkers, you can really get a good surround. Or I guess you have to just fully commit for the base trade. Imagine that like these 4 Ultralisks and like the 70 Lings that died over here just ran across the map and started killing their base. Cracklings, which I think uThermal had. Let's check the upgrades. He had 2-2 and Adrenal Glands. Probably 3-3 almost done, but it got cancelled. If those were in his opponent's base, killing all of their buildings, there is no way that they can move across the map. Especially now with 2 armies. And Goblin can kind of do a similar thing, where he either fights only one army, because the other one has to retreat to defend their bases, or he flies across the map and also kills their opponent's buildings. And if he has like one Nexus in a corner, he can TP to it with his mothership, Infinite Storms. He can even fight on like this ramp, and then if they commit for it, he can then recall to like a corner base. There's a lot of potential here, but for now, it seems that Figaro and RiSky have a solid game plan going, and that Goblin and uThermal have to really show what they got in game number 2. And for game number 2, we load up into Undercurrent LE, which is the one with the shared main, back base, and then shared natural with 3 entrances even, with like these bottom bases that are so hard to defend. You do get a gold for it, but it's so easy for your opponents to take this area or push in from like this high ground or even this high ground. Keeping these bases, very difficult. What's also difficult is to believe that uThermal and Goblin are down 1-0 in this best of 3. And they are forcing uThermal back onto Terran to try and sneak out a win here. Or perhaps they just have a good Terran strategy on this particular map. It's possible. So let's see what happens here. They're doing a very interesting wall off here towards these rocks. Wow. I've not seen that before, but this does give... This is super cool. Wow, this gives Goblin a natural with like a decent wall. Ooh. Oh, I've not seen that before. Thermal gets his CC first. Feels good, man. And let's see what they do. Now, of course, this could be the last game of the series if they get 2-0'd, so be sure that you are subscribed to the channel if you don't want to miss out on any more StarCraft 2 V2 action. Thank you very much for your consideration. Figaro RiSky. Ignoring the back base for now. As a Zerg player, I don't mind it too much, but especially if you're RiSky, you're like, oh my god, I have to defend so many angles. But if you're Figaro, you're like, hey, give me this back base, I'm gonna go 3 base meta and just destroy these nerds. Unless they go Phoenix, then, you know, whoops. Maybe you could go Swarm Host. I like me some Nidus Swarm Host in 2v2. It's very memes. It's not that strong, but once you get up to like the 20 Swarm Host numbers and just keep chucking in the Locust waves, it does feel good. Stargate does come down for Goblin, which does seem to have become the standard for the Protoss players. It's either Stargate, Oracle into Blink, or it's straight Blink. Or it's Stargate, Oracle into Phoenix build. Robo builds, we've yet to see them. Maybe some Speed War Prism Disruptor play would be cool. Oh, Figaro, nice timing here on the Zerglings. This Adept just shading across. And now running in. They are not taking the back base at all. Look at this. Figaro taking the gold base as the third. They did not see that. And the Zerglings get all the information they need. Double factory here for uThermal. Has been scouted. It has been. So they know that their opponents are meching it happen. And I'm just confused the back base hasn't been taken yet. They'll probably take it soon, but wow. Figaro getting this golden base. I want to see the drones go. Go now. Take a book out of Bly's... Take a page out of Bly's playbook. You transfer the drones to the gold. It's so much money. Hello? Hello? Okay, now the drones come in. Figaro, I am disappointed. Disappointed. And oh my god, he's going for the Blue Flame Hellion build. We've seen him do it before, I'm pretty sure, and we're going to see him do it again. He's going to make a lot of Hellions. And they are going to run in and try and do some damage. I actually think I saw this live on his stream when I checked it out last Sunday? When this happened live? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. I don't remember how it ended, though. So Marines do come in, and they're going to take down this Overlord. This barracks is going to make sure that this Overlord isn't going to survive. Extra Gateway going to come down for Goblin, and he is getting an extra Stargate plus Fleet Beacon. Oh my god. This is just mech and Stargate tech. I did see a thumbnail with, like, lots of Thors and air units. Maybe that's this game. I don't know. Let's hope it is this game. Because Mass Thor is really cool. And here come the Hellions. They are gonna burn these drones to a crisp. Oh, these drones are lining them up. Oh no! He's gonna find the damage. Oh, he's definitely gonna... Oh, yes! All the drones go down and no counter damage being done. Oh my god, these Blue Flame Hellions really finding their money's worth, and still the... he runs in there, he's like, huh? There is no base here. There's just no back base. So confusing. Like, I would not be surprised if Figaro and RiSky just didn't know. That they just don't play 2v2 ever, and they just didn't know. It's possible. But it's still a little funny. The drone went there, but then he's like, nope. Oh, it's patrolled. Okay, this drone is on patrol. I don't know why it is on patrol, but it is. More Hellions on the map. This game is wild and confusing and wild. A Void Ray, 1 kill. Oh, now he makes a Void Ray instead of a Phoenix to patrol the Overlords. He's doing the math, or he's doing the science for us. Huh. Just hurt my cat, but... The Void Ray comes in, clicks down 1 drone and leaves. The classic. Figaro going for a 4th base over here. Back base still being ignored. These Zergs are stylish. And there is carriers on the field. 2 of them moving across the map. 2 of them being created. And a +1 air attack is also coming out. Double Spire. Are RiSky and Figaro even communicating? Or are they just playing alongside each other? Both of them going for a Spire. That is interesting. You'd expect one Zerg to be forced to be like the corruptor maker, you know? Like, you will have to scout this game, so then I will make the corruptors. You know, something like that. You have to make a fair deal. Oh, the carrier's actually clicking down these queens before the transfuses can come out. The spores have died. And wow, what 2 carriers can't do is actually quite nasty. 5 turrets are being created here by the Terran player. Because when you're meching, you usually do have some minerals remaining. Wow, a little counterattack did get stasis warded up. And now siege tanks are ready to defend as well. Oh my god, more drone damage. We're gonna look at how many drones died after these Hellions are gone. But I think an unspeakable amount. Oh my god, these killers. 11 to 14 kills. This is disgusting. 41 and 32 drones have died. That is 73, if my math is correct. Oh, well, now it's more. Drones have died. 11 mutas come out for Figaro. He's gonna run across the map and try to kill all of the probes before the air units come back. That's actually a cool... Swarm hosts! Yes! My man, RiSky. Mwah! Chef's kiss. The culture is coming out, baby. The swarm hosts in 2v2. The first time we've seen them in multiples. I think we've seen 1 or 2 before, but they felt accidental. But now we see the true... No! No, GG's before the locusts come out. No! Must you play with my heart? No! I mean, I understand that you're getting owned, giggity, riggedy wrecked, but I wanted to see the swarm hosts. Look at how close they were. They are in range. Feels bad, man. Just make 6 spore crawlers and 15 queens. They're free, if I have to believe any non-Zerg player. They're completely free. But holy moly, dude. uThermal Goblin, they had a plan. They executed it. And it was not close. Hellions destroy all of the drones. Carriers clean up everything else. Because there is no anti-air, because they don't have money. They lost more than almost 90 workers combined to 27 Hellions and a Marine. Like, Goblin barely lost a unit. What? Yeah, wow. That's an answer, all right. And now it's up to RiSky and Figaro to show that game number 1 was not a fluke. And we can actually hang with these 2v2 veterans. So let's see what happens in game number 3. Game number 3. Emerald City. uThermal's back on the Terran pieces. And they are up against the double Zerg in RiSky and Figaro. Winning game number 1, getting stomped out in game number 2. And now, how are they going to respond here? Game number 3. Full wall coming in against the double Zerg opponents, which, not too shabby. I would like to see them grab the gold, actually. Just, like, natural first gold. Because last game you saw that uThermal went for, like, the gold base? Or a CC first build? I would personally after you got stomped out in game number 1, take a gamble like that. Like, is he gonna make a Reaper, really? Just have one guy go for, like, early speedling, and the other guy just hatch first on the gold, get that big mineral influx, and we do see the CC first from uThermal. I wouldn't be surprised to see a very similar game, but then RiSky and FIGARO not dying early to the Hellions, being prepared for the Hellions a little bit more, and then duking it out against a mech Skytoss army with double Zerg. Interested to see how that happens. Lots of Vipers, most likely. Lots and lots of Vipers. I would also love to see, like, Nidus Worm Swarm Host into their opponents. Just wall off, because you know the Hellions are coming. Just wall off one base, like, get this third base for the other guy, and then have, like, the roaches stand here. And then they just can't get into your base, and then you just start Nidusing them, and start chucking in the Swarm Host. Sure, the Hellions are pretty good at dealing with Locust, but the Skytoss player is going to be pretty sad when his natural explodes to the first Nidus Worm popping and just dumping 10 Swarm Host worth of Locust into his natural. And then, wow, he has like 5 Phoenix, or maybe like a Void Ray. Like, he's forced to not make carriers, basically. Or if he goes carrier, he's one base carrier. FIGARO going for his third base, and RiSky is doing that as well. Only one of the two is going for speed once again. If FIGARO does take this gas every time, he just doesn't mind from it. I like that mind game, honestly. Because his opponents will scout the gas, and then there is an opportunity for double Speedling, or Ling Bane, or even fast Roaches. Double Factory coming out for uThermal again. We are not surprised, and FIGARO sneaks in again, scouts the double Factory right away. That is very fast. Very fast. No, definitely more of an American accent for me. Fast. And Stargate is coming out for Goblin. He's gonna get that Oracle out, so his opponents are forced to make Spore Crawlers, extra Queens, and so forth. The creep is coming out from both players, which is quite nice about double Zerg. You just get the creep everywhere. Like, I've heard players talk about not spreading creep when they play with a non-Zerg ally, because you just stop them from building any buildings at all, which is quite annoying. Void Ray's coming out and Blue Flame, so this looks a lot like the previous build from Goblin and uThermal. Double Adept. Ooh, don't get the shade in, but the Lings do get on top of this one Adept here, and they will get the kill. Oh, the Oracle comes in. Is he gonna... Nope, not gonna turn on his laser beam. Good job. And now the Hellions move across the map. This Overlord does see them come across the map. And we do have an Evolution Chamber and a Roach Warren here ready by FIGARO to get a semi-wall going. Step being annoying. Oh, the Hellions try to get in. The Queens! Oh, not quite fat enough. Should have eaten more cake. Because now these Hellions are in the natural. Blue Flame isn't even done, so uThermal mixing it up compared to game number 1. I love that. He just runs in with 4 Hellions and gets major damage done here. And now the Lings are out. 12 more drones coming in, and 12 drones were lost by FIGARO in total. Putting him back into the Stone Age a little bit, and behind this we do see the Stargate and Fleet Beacon once again for Goblin, getting a third base as well. And this Void Ray making sure this Overlord dies. There's another Overlord here. Third base for uThermal going down. He's just making Hellions, dude. The Blue Flame is done. But he doesn't feel inclined to run into any bases just yet. Or Siege Tanks even come out. Extra factories coming out. No extra reactor shit, because he's just making Hellions. He just needs the minerals. Oh my god, the Blue Flame. The Blue Flames. Taking down Mucho's drones. That means... Oh, what the hell? More Hellions. This guy's APM to spare. 24 drones have died. And a couple more fell. Oh, Oracle. Yeah, hit that hatchery for good luck. This is a uThermal game, alright. He just always runs in with units and tries to kill as many workers as possible whilst having minimal units at home, because he is Goblin for that. quite annoying to deal with, I can imagine. Goblin getting the Golden Armada. RiSky going for his Spire. And another base going for the 4th base. The drones run away. The Golden base hasn't been taken. And these roaches, are they slow? I feel like these are slow roaches. Yes, they are. Very slow roaches indeed. We do have a lair for Figaro. But he just has not elected to start it now. He starts it up 1-1, or +1 attack and roach speed coming up. And the Spire has been spotted, has been pinged out. Infestation Pit coming up as well, so maybe a hive into some juicy Vipers. 3rd base for uThermal down as well. Goblin, ooh, even takes the 4th on the gold. Whereas the Zergs have yet to expand there. I think that gives us a pretty good picture of how this game is going. These Hellions from uThermal make us all think about Fandaji vultures. From Brood War, of course. I think they're called vultures, right? Oh my god, the first 2 carriers for some reason do so much damage, even though they should have double the amount of queens than you would have in 1v1, but I guess these carriers are also slightly earlier than you would have them in 1v1. But still, wow. Isn't that crazy? Gold base. It's almost done here for Goblin. I'd love to see some cannons go down, and there we go. Cannon does go down. Is there a mothership already? It's almost done constructing. And the first couple Corruptors are on the map already, more of them being produced. And this could be a nice attack, but Figaro doesn't seem to get the memo. Where are his units? Does he have units? Oh, he has some roaches over here. Not attacking this 4th base. Just trying to get his own 4th base. RiSky has a couple roaches over here to deal with the Hellions once again, but these Hellions have been madmen. Again, almost 50 drones have been lost this game, and these Hellions are just not going to care about these roaches. They're going to click down these drones. It's pretty rough. 10 Swarmos underway. Okay. I'm digging it. 1-1 is already done. Oh, and here come the Thors? This is it? Where's the Nidus Worm, Figaro? What is this? Just going mass swarm host. I like it. That's a lot of Corruptors, isn't it? 21 Corruptors using the caustic spray on the Nexus. So I read up on that ability, and it does like 4-point-something DPS for the first 4 to 5 seconds, and then it goes up to 35. So like does 5 times more damage, almost 6 times more damage after a couple seconds. Channeling. Oh, the Corruptors get on top of the carriers, and there's not a lot of Void Rays here. Doesn't want to go for the Void Ray, and the Locusts do come out here from Figaro. Oh, hold position a couple of the Locusts. No! You could have killed so many probes. Just hold position them. No! The Locusts look so shit if you don't micro them. And micro is selecting them and pressing one button. Oh, we do see the Nidus Worm from Figaro. Okay. Faith has been restored. 17 Swarm Hosts, 6 more coming up. He has a decent chunk of roaches as well to deal with any Hellions. Maybe. Ooh, scan comes down. This would be a nice position for a Nidus now, would it? Oh, no. Is that... Yep, more Hellions running around, killing more drones. And it's up to 70 plus drones lost this game. 31 Hellions have ran themselves into the ground. And we have 8 Thors on the map. 2-2 Thors. Oh, and they're getting the transformation salvo upgrade, making them transform faster from one anti-air to the other, which can be useful. Oh, this is a lot of Swarmos, though. Now, you select all your Locusts and you click on the Nexus. That's all you do. Click. Or you send them into the... I guess there's a mothership cloaking everything. And the Locust damage a cannon. They damage a Thor. I don't think they killed a Thor. No. The Corruptors come in to donate themselves to the Thors. I am slightly afraid for the double Zerg team, as the first and second Swarmos wave didn't do jack. That means you are in trouble. Oh, this is... Ooh, 27. 27 Swarmos. You might want to spread these out a little, but sure. Oh, here come the Locusts. They're about to get stormed down and do absolutely nothing, but they're going in. And here comes the Cloak. The Overseer did give a little bit of vision, and I think they even killed a unit or two there. But now you have to wait for the Locust waves to come off cooldown, and it takes a little too long. Oh, my boy is making my beloved Swarmos look really bad. And they probably just aren't very good in 2v2 anyways. Ooh, nice yoink here from RiSky. Very nice. Oh my god, Thor Siege Tank, 3-3 starting up. It takes me back to the 4v4 days when Wings of Liberty was just released. And you would just do the mana battle, because Day 9 said it was cool. And you would just go Thor, and you would literally have 3-3 before you had more than 5 Thors. I don't know how that happened, but it's just kind of how the game worked back then. I think it's because of the 6 worker start or something, not because we were bad. Oh no, here come the Locust again. There's literally no detection. It would have been better to throw them at his opponent's base, I guess. Oh my god. Oh, there's Broodlords. Dude, RiSky is cooking though. He has Lurkers, he has Broodlords, he has Vipers, and his teammate has 33 Swarm Hosts. Yes. Where did the... Oh, the Knight has died. It was positioned over there. Dude, they did just lose almost all of their bases to uThermal and Goblin. The Swarmos are just running forward. The Mushroom Men are ready. But I don't know if Toad can beat the Golden Armada. And here come all of the Locusts. They swoop down onto the High Templar, completely destroy all of the High Templar right away, and now get on top of the Thors. And actually, they have some vision, but the GG is called. And why was the GG called? Because all of the Corruptors, except for 2, just died in an instant, meaning that we still have 4 Tempest, 4 Carriers, and 11 Void Rays, plus an entire Thor army on the map. And these Broodlords are not going to make the difference, because Broodlords are bad units right now. They can't beat Thors, and they can't beat air units. Oh, that was a little anticlimactic, but I like that they try to make Zerg units work. But it would have literally been better if all of these units were just A-moved onto the bases. Because then at least they would get some value. Because now, they threw all their Locusts into a Mothership Cloak, I think 2 or 3 times, got 0 damage. And now they have Broodlords that can't fight this army at all. Like, you have to have, like, Changelings and attack the Changelings so that the Broodlings then spawn and then can run into the army. Or maybe when the, like, one Thor is out of position, you can hit it. Or, like, a Siege Tank or some other unit that is out of position, you can hit it. But as soon as the Thors just kind of, like, lock into you, they just destroy Broodlords. Thors are anti-Broodlord units. And... well, Void Rays are anti-Zerg units, apparently, because they destroyed this game. Oh my god. Goblin and Mark, or uThermal, goddammit, do show their veterancy off in this 2v2 format. Losing game number 1, but coming back strong in game number 2 and 3. Showing us what they're made of, and they move on into the quarterfinals, as this was round 2. Guys, I hope you enjoyed a little bit of 2v2 action on this fine day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers.